What if those first few moments when your eyes snap open could literally chart the course for an extra 5, 10, maybe even 30 years of good living? I'm not talking about some magic pill or a surgeon's knife. I'm talking about a dead simple morning routine, one that's got ancient wisdom and modern science standing right behind it, ready to shield your heart, keep your mind sharp and your body strong, especially after you've hit 65. If you're dragging yourself out of bed feeling achy, sluggish, or like your brain's still in a fog, that's your body sending out an SOS. But here's the good news, it's also handing you a golden opportunity. Seriously, just 5 minutes. The second you wake up, every part of your body, brain, spirit is waiting for your instructions. And those instructions, they're the difference between aging with vitality or just fading. What you choose to do in that tiny window can kickstart renewal, improve your stability, protect that vital heart, and even help rebuild your mental acuity. Today, I'm laying out 5 straightforward habits. 5 morning anchors that, if you practice them with intention, can become your personal shield against the wear and tear of time. Now, these aren't some trendy new fads. They echo the discipline of ancient masters like the Shaolin, and guess what? Science is now catching up, proving them right. So, really tune in, not just with your ears, but with your whole being. Let's start with the absolute first step: hydration. You might feel like you've had a good rest, but inside, your body's already been working all night. As you breathe and just exist, you lose water. You wake up in a state of mild dehydration, whether you feel it or not. And what's the first thing so many of us grab? Coffee, which actually makes you lose more water or nothing at all. But think about this: your blood, now a bit thicker from that water loss, is making your heart pump harder just to keep things moving. This isn't trivial, it's a key reason why heart attacks and strokes spike in the early morning hours, particularly for folks over 65. So, what's the simple fix? The instant you're awake, before that coffee, before any food, down a glass of room temperature water. Maybe add a squeeze of fresh lemon, about a quarter of one. Why warm or room temp? Because ice-cold water makes your blood vessels clamp down, and your body in these first moments needs to open up to flow. That lemon, it's packed with potassium, vitamin C, and compounds that help your liver clear out what it processed overnight. It wakes up your digestion. It gets things moving smoothly. Don't ever think this small act is nothing. It's a quiet powerhouse of healing. Second on the list: gentle movement. After hours of being still, your blood has pooled a bit, your joints are stiff, and your circulation isn't at its peak. That's often why older adults feel a bit dizzy, unsteady, or mentally fuzzy when they first stand up. Yet, most people just bulldoze their way into the day, forcing a body that's not quite ready. That's not how true strength is built. In those ancient traditions, they didn't fight the day, they aligned with it. So, before you even swing your legs out of bed, take just 1 minute. Stand firmly, feet about shoulder width. Breathe in deep, stretch your arms up high, feel your chest expand, lower them slowly, consciously letting go of sleep's tension. Then, roll your shoulders back 5 times, then forward 5 times. Gently turn your neck side to side and do 10 slow calf raises, just lifting your heels. These tiny moves, they're like a reset button for your circulation. They tell your brain, okay, we're up and ready. They send fresh oxygen to your mind, help with balance, and inject a bit of energy into your system. 1 minute here can genuinely lower your stroke risk, clear up morning brain fog, and lift your mood. It's not a workout, it's an awakening. Alright, so you're hydrated, your blood's flowing better. But what about your muscles? Especially after 65, a sneaky enemy starts to creep in. It's called catabolism, your body breaking down its own muscle tissue for energy. Why? Because in that first hour or so after waking, you're in a fasted state. If your body doesn't get protein, it starts looking for it internally, and bit by bit, year after year, this leads to weakness, a higher risk of falls, and that feeling of frailty. So, ritual number 3 is early nourishment. Within about 30 minutes of waking, you need to give your body some clean protein. This could be a small protein shake, a couple of hard-boiled eggs, or a scoop of Greek yogurt with a little protein powder mixed in. It doesn't have to be a feast, it just needs to be there. This one simple habit, done consistently, has been shown to cut muscle loss by a huge margin, up to 60% over 5 years. It also helps keep your blood sugar stable, cuts down on cravings later in the day, and boosts your brain power. You don't need a massive breakfast right away, but you absolutely must feed your strength before the day truly kicks off. The 4th step is something most people rarely consider, yet it could be the very thing that separates elders who are still active and spry from those who stumble. I'm talking about mobility. After a night of stillness, your joints are, for lack of a better word, dry. The synovial fluid that lubricates them has thickened. If you just jump up and start moving without warming them up, it's like grinding gears, bone on bone. This creates inflammation, pain, and can even lead to lasting damage. But you can sidestep this in just 90 seconds. Right after your initial circulation boost, sit on the edge of your bed. Rotate your ankles 10 times each way, gently rotate your knees. Then stand up, maybe hold onto a chair for balance and twist your torso gently left and right. Lean from side to side, roll your shoulders again. Breathe through it. These aren't strenuous exercises, they're like gentle invitations for your joints to wake up, telling your body, I respect your mileage, and I'm going to treat you right. Mobility is your ticket to freedom. Lose it and your independence shrinks. Practice it, and you step into each day with confidence and grace. And now, the fifth step, maybe the one that ties it all together. You've woken up your body, but what about your mind? If your thoughts are murky, if your memory feels like it's slipping, if you're anxious or your focus is shot, then all the physical prep doesn't mean as much. So before the world's noise barges in, take 1 single minute for mental clarity. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and try to remember yesterday. But do it in reverse. What did you have for dinner? Before that, who did you talk to? What was the weather like? What were you feeling? This little exercise builds what's called cognitive reserve, essentially your brain's ability to stay resilient as you age. Neuroscientists are now confirming that people who do this daily tend to stay sharper longer. Their minds can adapt and reroute even when other brains start to struggle. This isn't just a memory test, it's about being present. It's about acknowledging the day that's passed. It's a signal to your mind, I'm here. I'm paying attention. I'm still capable. So there you have it. Just 5 minutes, 5 deliberate actions. Hydration, movement, nourishment, mobility, clarity, simple, gentle, yet incredibly powerful. The world often whispers that aging means inevitable decline, that getting older is about getting weaker. But that's a narrative sold by those who don't understand inner discipline or the power of choice. You, my friend, you still hold that choice. You can stumble into your day feeling rushed, scattered, and already tired. Or you can rise with intention like those ancient Shaolin, feeling calm, centered, and filled with a quiet power. You can let these 5 minutes slip by and potentially face years of slow decline. Or you can claim them and possibly add decades of clarity, connection, and control to your life. So, tomorrow morning, before anything else demands your attention, take back those 5 minutes. Stand with purpose, drink with awareness, move with gentleness, nourish with intention, and remember with a clear mind. Because these minutes aren't insignificant. They are, quite possibly, the most potent minutes of your day, and maybe the most potent minutes of your entire life. And if you're thinking, where do I even start? Just start. You don't have to perfect all 5 on day 1. Pick one. Let that become your morning ritual. Then build from there. Let your morning be a small, sacred time, a moment to honor your body, your breath, your being. You're not just here to get through your later years. You're here to flourish in them with peace, with strength, with wisdom. That's the true path.